Assalamu alaikum dear students and welcome back. Today we will be discussing about data cleaning, how to clean the data before we perform our analysis. First of all, good morning everyone and welcome back in today's lecture on data preparation and cleaning, a critical stage in marketing research that ensures the data is collected in accurate way, is consistent and is ready for the analysis. As you people already know from our previous sessions, collecting the data is first step in our research. Raw data, whether from the online surveys or face-to-face interviews or telephonic call, is rarely ready to use for the direct analysis. It's often full of errors, inconsistencies, and missing information that can distort the results. Today, we will explore the full process of preparing and cleaning the data, including the steps in data preparation, validation, and editing of data, and some common challenges the researchers face. We will also include practical examples from local businesses to illustrate how the data is prepared and is applied in real world scenarios. But by the end of today's session, you will be understand how this stage is indispensable in marketing research and how it impacts the quality of final analysis. So, I will be discussing first of all the steps in data preparation. Data preparation is the process of transforming the raw data in a suitable form for the analysis. It begins once the data collection is complete and involves several steps to ensure the data set is accurate, consistent, and meaningful. The first step in data preparation is data cleaning, which involves identifying and correcting the errors in the data. Errors can arise from misinterpreted responses, duplication of entries, and inconsistencies in the responses. For instance, consider a local clothing retailer in Karachi conducting a customer satisfaction survey. Some respondents may enter their age incorrectly or they may do different spelling mistake may be used for the same city name. Without cleaning and clearing these entries, the analysis could over represent or under represent the certain groups, leading to misleading conclusions. Data cleaning ensures that such errors are detected and corrected before the further processing. The next step in after the data cleaning is data editing. Data editing involves reviewing responses to identify and resolve the inconsistencies, incomplete answers, or illogical entries. For example, a respondent may report purchasing 3 items in a week but provide a total expenditure that is lower than the cost of one item. In such cases, researchers need to verify the responses and correct or remove the illogical data points. Editing can be done manually for some small data sets or through automated tools for larger data sets. Data coding is the next step. Coding transforms the raw responses, especially qualitative ones, into numerical or categorical codes that can be analyzed statistically. Open-ended survey responses such as customer opinions about service quality are often coded into categories like excellent, good, average, or poor, and then assigned numerical values such as 4, 3, 2, or 1. This process basically allows the researcher to quantify qualitative data and use it in the statistical analysis. For example, food delivery platform in Lahore collecting feedbacks from the customers about delivery speed may code the responses such as very fast, fast, average, and slow into the numerical values. This coding enables the comparison across different areas, customer segments, or time periods, and allows us for calculating the averages or percentages for performance reporting. Data entry can be another critical step in data preparation. Once the data is clean, it is coded, it needs to be entered in the software tool for analysis. This can be Excel, SPSS, Smart PLS, or any other software statistical package. Accuracy during the data entry is essential because even small mistakes, such as entering wrong numerical value or misplacing a decimal point, can significantly affect the results. For small businesses, even manual entry into the Excel requires careful verification to maintain the integrity of the dataset. Data validation and editing is the next step. After the initial data preparation, data validation ensures that dataset accurately represents the responses collected. Validation improves checking for the out of range values, missing responses, or inconsistencies. For instance, if a respondent indicates that they are purchased 10 items in a week but the total expenditure is 0, the discrepancy or the difference must be investigated. Data validation can be automated using software which highlights unusual or inconsistent entries for future review. These were some critical steps. Now come towards the editing. Editing at this stage involves making decisions on how to handle the error or inconsistencies. Researchers may correct the obvious mistakes, contact the respondents for clarification, or remove the invalid responses entirely. Local businesses often face challenges with missing or inconsistent data using the field survey. For example, during a customer feedback survey at a clothing store, some respondents leave the questions about their age, income, or the purchase frequency blank. Researchers need to decide whether to remove these responses or fill in the data based on averages or apply the statistical techniques to retain the data without compromising on the accuracy and reliability. Another example we will take here in the Pakistani context is Daraz, which receives thousands of feedback responses. Automated validation system flag these responses with the missing purchase details or illogical data, which are often manually reviewed by the research team. This ensures that the data is used for analysis accurately, reflects the customer behavior and satisfaction levels, and so on. Now, there are some challenges that we face while dealing with the data. While dealing with the data preparation, several challenges arise during the data preparation included duplicate entries, coding errors, misinterpreted responses, and missing data. And the duplicate entries can occur when the respondents submit multiple surveys or when the data from the different collection methods are combined. This can lead to overrepresentation of the certain responses. Moreover, coding errors such as assigning wrong numerical values to the category can also distort the statistical calculations. So, handling the missing data is one of the most common challenges. Missing data occurs when the respondents skip the questions and provide incomplete answers, or the data is lost during entry. Ignoring the missing data can bias the results, while the improper handling can introduce errors. Several strategies exist to handle the missing data. One approach is list-wise deletion, where the responses with the missing values are removed, and another approach is imputation, where the missing values are somehow estimated based on the available information, such as average responses of the total question or the responses from the similar respondents. We will take the example here of online grocery delivery service in Islamabad, which finds that some of the customers do not provide feedback on delivery speed but answer all the questions. Using imputation, the company can estimate the missing responses based on the average delivery ratings of the similar customers, ensuring that the overall analysis remains robust. So, these were some techniques which we use for data cleaning. Now we will take another practical local example. To better understanding the preparation and cleaning of data, it is useful to look at the practical example from a well-known local business in Pakistan. These examples demonstrate how the companies apply coding, data entry, validation, and handling of the missing data to ensure high quality research results. First of all, I will discuss with you people the example of Food Panda Pakistan, which is a leading online food delivery platform connecting thousands of restaurants to the customers in cities like Lahore, Karachi, and Islamabad. The company conducts frequent customer satisfaction surveys to improve the delivery efficiently, uh, and they provide the food quality and the overall service experience. After collecting the feedback, Food Panda begins the data preparation process by removing incomplete surveys. For example, a survey may have up to 1,000 responses in total, but 150 may be indicating the missing answers to the key questions such as delivery time, food quality, or etc. These incomplete surveys can either discarded or addressed using imputation techniques to estimate the missing responses based on the similar respondents, how the similar respondents respond to a particular question. Next, an open-ended feedback is coded into categories to enable the analysis. Common categories include timely delivery, food temperature, order accuracy, consumer behavior, and menu availability. Each category is then assigned a numerical value for statistical analysis. For instance, time delivery, we might code it as 1, and food temperature, we might code it as 2, and so on. This allows the Food Panda to calculate the percentages of positive versus negative feedback in each category and identify the key areas for improvement. Validation is a crucial part of Food Panda process. Responses that appears to be inconsistent or illegal are flagged to review. For example, if a respondent reports to the delivery time at 2 hours but rated late timely delivery as excellent, this inconsistency is then checked against the order logs. Supervisors verify whether the discrepancy is due to data entry or due to unusual situation. After cleaning and coding and validation, the data is then entered into the statistical software, which is SPSS. This structured approach helps the Food Panda to make data-driven decisions, such as optimizing the delivery routes and in congested areas like Karachi during the peak hours, and adjusting the estimated delivery times or training the delivery staff to improve interaction. So, we can say by using the proper preparation techniques, Food Panda will ensure that the insights are drawn from the survey and the survey is reliable and actionable. This was all for today's lecture, and in next lecture we will keep on discussing the other case studies regarding data cleaning, data preparation, data coding, and we will meet with a new agenda in our next lecture of marketing research. Till then, take good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.